Today we're playing No Wrong Answers. We played this on the channel before, but today we're dipping into the spicy, naughty adults version. I know. The way you play this game is you ask questions and you answer them, and there are no wrong answers whatsoever.
Huge.
I feel a lot of pressure right now.
Yeah, you should be.
You can't big brain this.
That's true.
I think you might get one wrong.
Yeah.
I probably will.
You might get one
That
wrong.
sucks.
I feel like I could challenge myself to read the room so poorly, I could give a wrong answer here.
All right, does anyone want to pull a card first?
I'll go.
Yeah! What was that? What was that?
I'll go.
I think we might need subtitles.
Angela, the
my
way this
goodness.
works, the audience is going to think you have no voice for 2 months.
Yeah.
What stone cold fox / absolute hottie / world's sexiest human type of celebrity do you just not see the appeal of?
Oh.
God.
I already have
one.
one off the
I
bat,
won.
and don't kill me, okay? Pedro Pascal, I don't get it.
Wow.
Really? I think
okay.
he's daddy goals.
Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa? Okay.
I don't see it.
I don't see it either.
Okay.
It's long hair. I'm not into the sexy long hair vibe. If anybody in
Yeah.
this room says Florence Pugh, we're fighting to the teeth.
If anybody says
Florence
a woman, we're
Pugh-
fighting.
No.
I mean, an obvious one is like Pete Davidson.
I don't see it, but I get like where humor comes from.
Was it supposed to be silver foxes or just like any man?
And like stone cold, absolute hottie, world's sexiest.
Oh, okay. The people give these labels to people.
Like people are the people that people are
Yeah,
obsessed
they're like worship this
Like
person.
the hot guy, the hot person.
So here's like, I don't get like celebrity crushes. Like, I don't know if Shane's guessing thing is going to come out before this or not, but I just had to name like 3 celebrities and be like, there you go. Like, it just, I don't know. So it's kind of hard for me to think of.
For that, I had to put people that I was like, yeah, they're cute, but I feel like I could hang out with them.
Yeah,
For some
yeah,
reason, like
yeah.
that's what I find attractive about certain celebrities.
Yeah.
I'll say this then. I think I get the performance aspect, but like the looks at, no, actually, no, I was going to say Harry Styles, but I'm like, I get that too. I don't.
Damien just gets it.
I just get it,
Get it,
man.
you just
No,
get
I'm very much more about like the emotional connection of stuff, and so I don't think I ever really look at celebrities and go like, whoa, like it just none of it matters to me.
Right.
Like, but I can see that someone's attractive, but I don't just look. So I can't.
But at the same time, if someone says that person's hot, you're like, no, you're not like.
But that's more about ruining their day.
Yeah.
I want to put them down so I feel strong in the conversation.
Okay.
Probably the only person I can think of is myself. I just don't really
You don't
see
get
it.
You don't get all the positive.
I don't really get it.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I mean, people are constantly telling me.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
It's a
I don't
lot.
know,
It's
guys.
overwhelming.
Stone cold
I don't
fox.
really see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's what makes
World's
you beautiful.
sexiest human type.
Yeah.
Sexy human.
Type.
Why are you laughing so much?
Jerry Seinfeld. I don't get why everyone's drooling over. him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What about like people who you think are overhyped? Just like
That's
Yeah. What's his name? Letterman.
David Letterman.
David Letterman. I'm like, that guy makes me feel so gross every time I see him speak in interviews because he's so like he's trying to get a jab in to make him look better every time.
Yeah.
Whoa.
People.
And you interview people, so that's good for you.
I've just seen too many clips of him like trying to like bring other people down in his
Whoa.
interview settings, and it
Interesting.
just makes me feel so gross.
I don't think I can, like, I can't picture a person. I don't know who David Letterman is in my head. Like, I can't.
Soul white man.
Old white man.
Late night host. guy.
Yeah.
I don't like either of the late night Jimmies.
Oh
I'll
really?
say that much
Yeah.
right now. Late night Jimmies, get out of here.
Wow, but they're fans of the show. You know they're watching this episode.
They copy a lot of our formats.
Have they?
It's debatable. Yeah, there's like sexuality is one thing. It's just like because there's conventionally attractive, and then there's just like pedestal Hollywood attractive. And that's why I put Jason Momoa up there. Anya Taylor-Joy, I don't understand the obsession. I think she's really cool. I love her acting.
Oh, I think
but
she's great.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
but I'm just like, I don't know.
And I think she's super cute too.
She's yeah.
I'm going to completely reverse what I've said because that is someone that I'm like, oh, she's very pretty, but because she's so unique looking, I think,
Yeah.
that I'm like, oh, you actually make me like think about that. So I guess, yeah, sorry.
I've got a controversial one, actually. I
Please.
thought of one. Timothy Chalamet.
Oh yeah, I agree.
I think he's
agree.
unbelievably talented as an actor. I do not get like why people drool over him.
I agree.
Interesting.
I think he's got like a mystique to him. He seems
Yeah.
mysterious. I feel like he doesn't really give all of himself on the internet, so he keeps so much of it
Yeah.
close to the chest that I feel like there's like just a mystery about it.
Yeah, he's got like a swag a little bit, but it's not
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
It's not like his face.
Yeah.
It's like the whole thing.
I think also he's just so incredibly talented at acting that people find
Yeah.
that really attractive.
Yeah, for
Confidence.
sure.
Yeah, the confidence in it.
I think he holds it in so he can like use it in his raps. Because I don't know if you've heard any of his
Statistics,
raps.
yup.
I haven't yet.
Statistics, yup.
He-
I haven't yet.
That's how it all comes out. And you see that and you're like, some people act, that's a fucking artist.
Yeah.
That person feels. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really love that.
I loved
Yeah.
it too. Damien, do you want to go next?
I love this one. A little bit less spicy, a little bit more crime. But not really. In honor of saving the city, the Natural History Museum is letting you pick out one thing to keep. What are you taking home?
The Natural History Museum.
T-Rex skeleton?
Sure.
Big one.
That could be your choice.
Yeah. Or they have some really cool stuff there of like dodo bird fossils.
Have you seen the bird?
and-
The bird?
The bird? The bird? The bird?
Have
The
you
bird?
seen, have you
the
seen
bird
the
is the
taxidermy bird exhibit? Sorry, I know. I
Oh, do they
literally
have-
Like, we have to
those
unplug
extinct
Courtney and plug it
birds?
back in.
a huge glass case, and it's just birds. And then a side case and more birds.
Are
So
they
you want the whole
extinct
exhibit?
birds? Or are they just birds? They
Don't
just-
laugh at me.
They just, wait, that's what you would say.
Uh-huh.
Protect the birds! Protect these birds!
I want
Let the fucking dinosaur skeletons burn! These birds are safe!
No, I get to keep it. That's it.
You get to take one, take one thing home from you. So I'm assuming like exhibit can be one noun. You can
Sure.
Can I take the glass case filled with taxidermy birds?
I love that.
Awesome.
I love that this card assumes that people know enough things inside the Natural History Museum to like talk about and be like, oh yeah, like that's totally something. I just like
He likes the
a
concession.
sword.
You're like, I want the
There's gotta be a
concession.
sword in there.
Yeah,
Sword.
like, I'm gonna take, like the computer system.
Why do you do
that's
it?
not a bad idea.
Wait,
Dude,
wait,
that's
what is
not
it,
an
the tech?
exhibit.
The tech or the data or what?
All the tech.
No,
Take all the tech.
you made fun of me for birds.
Yeah. What are you gonna do with a bird? I'm gonna have like $1 million tech thing.
I mean, that's not a bad answer.
Dude, I'm taking the security guard's gun.
Can you imagine the like mayor's face when he's like, you can have anything in the entire museum, and you're
Oh
like,
my God.
I want a gun in the computer. It's like,
Wait,
I want to look up the bird exhibit.
how much do you think like that huge T-Rex skeleton would be worth? Would it be worth more than the tech?
The question is, here's my like in-depth question here.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to go down into like the archives? Because that's where they often keep a lot of the stuff. Because the bones that you often see, those are like castings, those are recreations.
Oh, really?
So there's a lot of like boxes of stuff in any museum like down sort of
Damn, I got
below.
tricked. I thought I was looking at the real deal.
See, I mean, I like an ankylosaurus as much as the next guy. I would go for like an ankylosaurus skeleton, but if not that, I would want to do, let's say like the La Brea tar pits are part of like the Natural History Museum.
Sure.
I would want like a hot tub full of like the La Brea tar, because I don't think there's any living thing that's ever been able to take a dip in those and then like talk about it later. One, because they die. Two, because dinosaurs don't know language. So I would like to be able to like dip in there and just be like, oh yeah, this is just my tub. I know it smells like methane. That's on account of all the fuel in it.
Of course you would want a tar pit.
You want
Like a tar, right?
a tar tub?
Tar tub, thank you.
Yes.
So that's the
tub.
thing, like, you think mud baths are good for you? How about tar, my guy?
Are you turning on the jets?
If you can, yeah, it'll probably get all gunked up. But
Okay. So my final answer is going to be the T-Rex skeleton, like the real deal, not
That's
the
so
recreation.
you.
Because A, it's cool, but also B, it's worth a lot of money if I'm trying to make a little extra cash.
Yeah.
Wow, and maybe it'll come alive at night.
Nah.
I feel like
Yeah.
you'd put it in your living room and like paint it.
Yeah. Because I'm destroying history.
do you think, like, it'd be embarrassing, though, Anthony, to, like, they're giving this to you for saving the city, and, like, if you put it up on eBay, they might know where it came from.
That's
They might-
true.
Hey, I saw on eBay, it's pretty similar to the one
That's
that we
true.
gave you.
This
I don't know,
is-
but I'll own all the tech. So I can take it down.
You're like the building. I want the building. That's my new house.
I own the tech.
I want the mineral rights.
You joked about the gun. What did you think?
It's the gun.
Trevor doesn't know anything that's in these museums.
Fine, I'll take the sword.
You could take like a picture of Sacagawea so you could look at a woman.
Oh my God! Take the Teddy Roosevelt. Take the Teddy Roosevelt.
That's
Oh,
good.
Wow.
That's good.
Take the Teddy Roosevelt on the horse.
Okay, if we're going night at the museum rules, I'm taking the Easter Island head.
Oh, yeah.
But what about the tech?
Shut up. What are you gonna do? You're gonna sell
with the
it?
tech?
So
I'm gonna have so many computers.
Angela's allowed to take the tech, but I'm not allowed to have a gun.
No.
Yeah, only one of those is protected by an amendment. So.
My turn for card.
Okay.
You're a hard-hitting news journalist who just picked up some freelance work for Hot Nudes magazine. Which influential world figure are you booking for the centerfold?
World figure! World figure!
Yeah, world
Living
figure.
or
Like
dead.
political figure?
Living or dead, any world figure.
Sexy.
So first things first,
centerfolds.
I'm going for living because dead would be, no one's gonna buy that. Those are bones and maybe some hair, my guy.
As soon as I read it, Spence just goes,
You'd make the most money with like Princess Diana.
That appeals to a pretty specific audience, but you're right.
All the tech.
Cut that.
Take a picture of all the tech.
Cut that.
I want to go Helen of Troy because they started a big old war over that, and I'm like, people would at least buy a magazine. Damn.
That's good.
Who am I looking at naked?
Ooh, I would do.
Who do I want to see naked?
This is a fictional character, but Willy Wonka.
Oh, really?
Oh my God! You know Willy Wonka's
Does
just
he even
slaying
look
it.
like Willy Wonka
let's
without his
open it up to
Wonka?
fictional characters too. Why not? Willy Wonka, that's awesome.
Willy Wonka. You know, wait, what is it about Willy Wonka?
I don't want to see it.
Let's see Wonka really.
I don't want to see it. I just want to smell it.
Everlasting Gobstopper.
Oh, really? That laffy clappy.
It never gets smaller. It
I'm going
never
Cat in
gets
the Hat.
smaller.
It's a lot of fur.
He's
covering
already
it up.
naked.
Yeah.
Mona Lisa.
Honestly.
Oh, you know what?
Let's see.
I'm gonna have a double down with Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're seeing a lot of this, not enough of this.
that's real.
You know what I mean?
That's so
Is she
real.
smiling in other view?
Whoa.
I don't know what that means, but I don't like it. What about like George Washington?
Yeah, because he's
George
like
Bush.
6'2".
George Bush.
Okay.
Gotta see that George Bush.
I like
Dick
George
Cheney.
Washington because he was a redhead, and I would want to see if he was also red.
Right. The age-old question.
Yeah.
What about, is there like a historical or someone who's like claimed to have a really huge dong that like I'd love to see prove?
Yeah,
Rasputin, yeah.
Well, I think they actually have that in a museum, don't they? A natural history museum.
Who's like a really silly old guy lately?
Lately.
Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, like a Bernie Sanders. It would be really fun.
Old man, silly old man, am I right? Up
We
top.
thought Drake's nudes went crazy. Wait till you see Bernie's.
Yeah.
Oof.
What he lacks in posture, he makes up for in peepus.
Weird. Your landlord just gave you a nickname based on your worst habit as a tenant. What are they calling you?
Oh, we're being honest.
Oh,
We're being vulnerable.
Music thumper.
Oh, you're a thumper.
Yeah, because there's some bass going on, and I'm like, can they hear this shit? Can they?
Yeah.
And there's like, I could go knock on their neighbor's door and say, hey, let me know if you hear anything. But I'd rather just worry the whole time. That's better, I think.
I think it's cool to sit in your apartment and just like freak out.
Yeah,
About what
it's
everyone
nice.
thinks about you.
It's nice, yeah. It's a really good feeling.
I used to live in a building where it was like 8 tenants total, and like everyone had their thing that they were loud for. So there was one where it's like, oh, their kid screams all day. And then this one's like, oh, their dog barks all day. Like, and it's just, it was never all at the same time, but it was like, and then like there was one person who was an online teacher and would just blast 2010's top 40. And then this other one who would just yell on the phone. Couldn't tell if she was happy or sad or horny or what. And mine was loud movies or music. But I don't know if that's my worst habit as a tenant. I feel like there are worse things I do.
I think for me, I don't know the nickname that they would call me, but I think I've said this on camera before. I have a bad habit of when I'm at a party and I want to get myself to leave, I'll Postmates to my house.
Yes,
Oh,
you told
that's
me this.
good.
To get myself to leave.
That's good. You're like, I gotta go.
Especially when I'm drinking, I'll send myself like lasagna.
Wait,
Send
sorry, at
myself
what time at
lasagna.
night? What delivers lasagna at like 1?
What? I have a
So many
lasagna spot.
places.
Really?
So many late night lasagna.
I did this at Aaron Dougal's birthday party recently. I was out drinking and I was like, I gotta go home. I should not order more. And then I ordered myself like I think it was like a vodka sauce pasta. I guess that's a really weird one.
Pasta porch.
That's a pretty
is
bizarre
hilarious.
one, but I like pasta porch.
Oh wait, so we have to think of the nickname too. I don't know. Cat chaser.
Cat chaser.
Are we thumping around?
Like a clout chaser.
Guy with a gun.
yeah, I accidentally fire my gun all the time.
Yeah, and I have so much tech.
Your apartment would be like
Like
300
just tossing
degrees.
it up in the air for fun, you know. God, I don't know that I have like, I'm trying to think of like bad habits that I have. They're not like outward facing. I feel like the things that I would be doing that are bad. I don't know, maybe it's not me, but like hairball, because my dog just sheds so much. Like there is hair in every nook and cranny, no matter how much I try and vacuum it and sweep it up. There's just hair everywhere.
It's going through the vents to all the other units.
Yeah, hair everywhere.
Hair everywhere.
Everywhere.
I actually thought of a better one for me, so sorry. Smoky.
Smoky?
But not because we.
Oh, not because of weed.
No, because our fire alarms are so sensitive that when I cook, like, it is a whole process, like trying to make sure that it is, and like, so I open the balcony, and it's so the fire alarm sound is just going out into the city, and it's loud.
That's actually probably the one thing I'm loud about is gaming.
Oh yeah.
I don't really get screamy when I play games, but sometimes when I'm streaming, I'll get loud like streaming.
What's the most embarrassing adult thing you really should know how to do by now, but you don't?
Oh, the list is so long. Where do I begin?
What, like change the air in your tires, or like fill your tires up with air?
I will say you definitely fill it up. Rotate the air.
yeah.
I'm so scared to say.
Wait,
mine.
do you have like a huge list?
I do think I'm a child. Okay.
Yeah, let's hear one.
Maybe people can relate.
Someone can.
I grew up in, in the digital age. So sometimes when I see a clock, it takes me a second to read it.
But you do ultimately know how to read it,
Yes.
right? Then,
But I wouldn't be able to do it immediately.
oh,
That's okay. I like
so
look at a clock.
funny.
It takes me a couple seconds. I'm like
Yeah.
looking at it and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's so funny. No.
And it makes me feel like a loser.
No, yeah, loser.
There's worse things.
I can read clocks fine as long as they have long hands. You know that there's like fancy ones that are like little teeny tiny little thing. I'm like, you want me to like visualize where that thing's going? Yeah.
I don't know how to change a flat. I've never had to change.
Oh,
a
I don't know how
flat.
to change a flat either. I don't know how to change a flat.
I've never done that. Needed that. My Fiat never had a spare in it. And I didn't realize that till after we bought it. So just.
Wild.
But luckily, never had any. Oh, AAA.
I've only
when you have
popped
AAA, it's fine.
I've only popped my tire once in my car, and I just like needed to get it towed.
Why'd you qualify a car? What did you pop a tire in?
What?
You were like, I've never popped a tire in my car. So I'm like,
Oh, because I was gonna say I hit a huge pothole that I didn't see, and right after I hit it, I pulled over to the side, and I realized there was like 30 cars all with their hazards on that had all hit the same pothole.
oh
Whoa.
Yeah, it was
That's crazy.
crazy experience.
You guys remember that?
No, was that
When Domino's did the whole thing, they went around.
Oh yeah, dude, iconic.
Bottles.
Oh, really?
Do that
Domino's,
again.
the pizzeria.
Yeah.
The pizzeria.
Sorry, hold on. No one has ever called Domino's a pizzeria. That's a mom and pop, like, oh, welcome on in about me. Like,
What would you call Domino's?
The pizza
Pizza
chain.
place?
pizza place? Yeah.
The pizza chain.
A pizzeria is a pizza place.
Yes, but also like,
It's a
that's
fancy
like going to
version.
Great Clips and being like, I'm going to the salon. Like, it is the
Sorry,
same job.
Angela, you're the only Italian on this couch.
I can't believe I got roasted for calling Domino's a pizzeria.
It's a quick service restaurant.
Not knowing how to read a clock
filled
is
potholes
okay.
with like black tar cement, and then they would put their Domino's logo on it.
That makes sense.
It's sick as
That
fuck,
makes sense.
It was pretty epic.
I love.
Yeah.
I guess you can just do that to like publicly owned government property.
Right?
You're just like, oh, it's my logo now. I fixed it.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
I think there is a lot of things that I don't truly know how to do, like maintenance on a laundry machine.
Sure.
But like, I honestly, I think I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at the adult stuff. I think I got it.
yeah.
I'll teach you the laundry machine stuff.
Yeah, I know how to like clean the like thing, but like there's the deep stuff that's like they're on TikTok and they're like, have you done this? Did you do this?
Yeah, there was that TikTok about like the dishwasher where they're like, you know, your dishes aren't getting clean because you haven't been changing the filter, and it's like changing the
Yeah.
And I finally like cleaned mine out, and I was like, oh my god, like
Changing the
I've never done this in any dishwasher ever in my life.
Yeah.
It's just like cycling food through back onto the plates and everything.
I have one that there must be a better way to do this, but the way I'm putting my duvet cover on my cupboard.
Oh, there is a
yeah.
hack to that.
Yeah, I am not.
Yeah.
I must be doing it the childish way.
There's like you do it inside out, and then you tie it on,
See,
and then you flip it
I'm
back.
in there.
Oh, you're in it. You're in
I
it.
know. I used to have a character based off it, and then I lay down on the ground.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's why I do not own a duvet because of that. I'm like, I can't. I'm just gonna do a quilt or a comforter. I
I gotta
can't.
think it is kind of unnecessary.
I'm be changing it up.
Yeah.
I don't know how to
in that.
properly fold a fitted sheet.
I think if it fits in the place where you're storing it, let's get rid of like proper folding conventions. Who's looking at that? You know?
Yeah, because you don't want to put it on your bed and it's got wrinkles. No, it's probably fine. Yeah. It's covered up with another sheet and all that. So.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know how to like grill.
Grill.
Like turn the grill on. Like, is there a way to grill?
Sometimes.
There's
just
a way.
throw
I've
it
done
on there.
for sure.
Just grill.
You turn on the propane.
Depends on what.
Oh,
kind
no,
of grill
I
it
don't like
is.
that. Yeah, I
Well,
don't
you
like
got to
that.
turn on the propane and then use like a pilot light to light the thing on the inside.
Yes.
I have never done my own taxes.
Okay.
I've always paid someone else to
too.
do it. I feel like they're going to do it better than me. They usually point out other ways that I could get tax refunds and things. I'm like, it saves me more money to pay someone to do this,
Yeah.
so I just do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Peace of mind too.
Yeah, if I had to do it, I'm sure I could figure it out. But if I went to do it right now, I'd be like, oh.
Unfortunately, over the last few years, I really had to grow the fuck up.
Yeah.
If you asked me this question a few years ago, I would have so many things.
What were the things that you
Yeah.
learned in the past few years?
Oh God. Well, like taxes, like learning like what taxes actually are, how to change a tire, how to put air in your tires.
learn all that stuff?
Yeah, because I got a flat and I was like, well, I got to change it now.
Yeah.
I got my first ever credit card like a few months ago.
I remember you talking
Trevor's
about
got credit, everyone.
building his credit score.
I finally caved. For so long, I was like, I'm not going to participate in the credit system.
But you like
then
I'm not gonna participate.
Capitalism.
You do. You're like, I don't play a part in capitalism.
Yeah.
Not for a second.
No, I was like, I'm not gonna. I don't want to care about credit. I don't care. And then eventually, I was like, I gotta do it.
I was in that same boat when I was younger too. I was like, so it's like I don't get it. It's made up money that you pay back later with interest. Why would I want to do that?
Yeah.
And then eventually you get it.
Yeah, and they participate for you. Like it's not like if you don't have a credit card, you don't have to worry about credit. It's like you have either good credit or bad credit now, and the only hand you have in that is like taking out loans and credit cards.
And then it
stuff.
becomes
It's nuts.
necessary when you want to do almost anything going into your
It's
your
so
adulthood.
insane. It's like I've never been in debt. I've never been like late on any payments or anything. I've lived like in apartments and paid rent for years, but your credit isn't good. We need you to be in debt to prove that you're going to be okay.
Yeah.
Like I've never been in debt in my life, but put yourself in debt.
Yeah,
For sure. Like a healthy amount. Yeah.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Oof, this is too adult. Can we move on?
Yeah.
Give us a better
It's your
question.
turn, babe.
Blap.
There she goes. Sifting
She's
through
cooking.
There she goes, sifting through every card, probably looking for computers.
Does it say tech?
What would you do if you had all the tech?
I'll probably donate it to a natural history museum.
Oh, God.
I hate the wording of this. You're hosting an orgy. Just wait, let me get to the rest of it. Okay, you're hosting an orgy. What 3 courses are you serving before dinner? Hold on. What 3 courses are you serving for dinner before the kissing commences?
Hilarious.
Kissing commences.
Hilarious.
Commence kissing.
This is the gateway to the orgy.
So I don't want to do an orgy ever. So I would cook my famous spicy ramen and some like garlic jalapeno poppers or something. And just like all the good shit that's going to make
Garlic, onion.
all the good shit that's going to make your body hurt and everyone's going to go, oof, I'm good. Let's go home.
Super spicy ramen. Just
Like everything.
onions.
What would you do though if like everybody was just bloated but also down?
God.
That's a worse scenario, Courtney.
I would be
Loaded,
like,
but DTF.
oh, bathroom, me, I'm about to have an orgy with my toilet.
This is crazy.
IBS
I love
and
that you're
DTF.
just trying to deter the orgy.
How do I get out of an orgy?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I am not
I'll
doing
You're like, I'm
Bleach.
bloated. I can't be in the orgy
Bloated.
today, actually.
And they're in my house, and I'm like, good night.
Guys, I think-
Pasta on the porch.
I think
that
everyone's
Angela
too
left.
bloated for this right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I serve sleepy time tea. Just I'll go to bed.
Yeah, the sleepy girl mocktail.
I can't think of anything. This is so weird before the kissing commences.
Before the kissing.
Dude, what if you just had a kissing party?
Honestly,
Yeah.
that's a different conversation.
It's an
kissing
orgy, but
party.
there's just kissing. Yeah, yeah.
No hands, no hands.
Keep your mouth shut.
Eyes closed.
No tongue.
They're pecs. God damn it.
That's
Pecking
fun.
party?
It's in front of my bird display case of pecking birds, and we're pecking.
We're gonna kiss in front of my bird cage.
What if we kissed in front of the bird display?
Make the birds
But
watch.
what if we kissed in front of the tech?
Oh, damn. What if we kissed in front of his gun?
You're a chef. What would you cook?
What would I cook for an orgy?
An orgy?
Orangey?
You're not participating in the orgy.
Oh, you're just a chef.
You're
Okay.
the chef.
Okay.
Hired.
Well, I'm starting with a nice spring mix salad, obviously.
kind of dressing,
light
bro?
to warm someone up, and then something energizing. So not carb heavy. I'm probably gonna do maybe like a chicken and wild rice.
Chicken and rice.
And then and maybe some roasted asparagus. Something, well balanced.
So that when they pee after sex, it's gonna be.
You know when they pee.
And then a dessert course, maybe like a mint chocolate chip shake.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
like a
Nice
shamrock
light.
shake?
No, it's in mint,
Okay.
That's
minty.
cute.
Okay.
I actually like this. I actually like this version.
Okay. I'm just handing out energy drinks and that's it.
That's your diet.
Yeah, it's my diet. Also, I want these people to be able to go as long as they want.
Hope you guys came hungry. I made a bunch of Celsius.
I got Red Bull and saltines. Get at it.
It's like you just.
Red Bull and saltines?
No, he had a yerba mate. And he's like,
You just donate
he's like,
blood.
Spence, please get me a cracker, please.
I was like, give me a protein bar. I'm gonna pass out. I was so tired. And so
You're so funny.
I'm a baby. What can I say? I'm a little baby.
Yeah, maybe I would do like a snack bar. I would do like orange slices and Cliff Bar.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
It's like some soccer food.
I'm doing the Sizzler salad bar.
I love it. I think, okay, so for my appetizer, I'm gonna do oysters. Oysters on the half
Yes.
shell. They're an aphrodisiac.
Yeah.
They make you horny and enjoy. And then I will just have some because I like oysters. I have to sample my foods that I make. And I don't know. After
What are
that.
types of foods that you like eat off of people?
Literally
Like sushi
anything. Like
and-
like clam
Sushi.
chowder.
Sushi's
what?
and
I was like, yeah, what?
I had an answer that was like similar to yours a little bit. I was like, I'd be super down to do like an oysters Rockefeller kind of situation. Still a little bit heavier because it's got that cream, so you're just sort of like settling into it. For the meal itself, I would want to do like, I don't know, something like a red snapper and like some sweet potato, just like some good healthy foods. But then for dessert, I would want to make like a red wine and chocolate fondue because those are also like, it's a lot of aphrodisiac stuff together. Oh, and like maybe add in some like maca roots.
You know how to get the moods going.
You really want him to be horny.
Look, anything I do, I'm gonna try to do a good job. I'm
You
like,
get as horny as possible, goddammit.
Go make swoosh at each other. Commence.
insane.
Okay, I think we can move on.
All right,
we did it.
Vodka pasta that was left outside.
Yeah, you don't want the porch
vodka pasta and make him God's
I'm like it's like always from like a ghost kitchen.
That's insane.
It's like a pizza. It's like margarita pizza at Jimmy's Pizza.
That's insane. Ghost kitchens, I'm afraid of ghost kitchens.
Yeah, we always have an aside off camera afterwards.
Okay, for off camera?
I hate food and I love f***ing. I want to f*** the donut. Oh yeah, that's what we should do. We should have food that could be incorporated. Have donuts so you can put it on your dinger.
love
I'd
the
serve a
orange
watermelon
slices.
with a hole cut into it.
All right. Choose an underappreciated body part and give it a fun new nickname.
Underappreciated body
Anthony, you're
part.
smiling. I feel like you already have an answer.
I'm like trying to think of a name for a belly button. I'm like
I don't like belly button
tummy dent.
stuff. I hate
Or
belly
like-
button stuff.
Or like stomach hole. Or spot for previous feeding tube, but that's pretty cute.
Honestly, stomach hole would be so much better.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't talk about tummy hole.
I'm going toe. This toe, the equivalent of the ring finger.
What are you doing?
Ring toe?
Ring toe?
Ring toe.
This toe.
Ring toe.
So I'm gonna
and
go with this toe.
me, I guess.
What's the name? What's the name?
No, it's just a little dude.
Little dude?
Just a little dude.
Cute.
It doesn't have an
little
official name. Let's say that's a good official name.
Little dude.
Little dude.
My little dude.
Yeah.
I think it's obvious, like the index finger. That's pretty fucking boring. Index. Go with the f you finger.
Wait, but that's a different finger.
Middle
This is index.
Yeah.
The finger next to the. Move on.
I don't know what this area is called right here, where it's kind of like where the line is between when the thigh meets the hips. Yeah. I think that's such a spicy area, but I don't know what a name for it is. So maybe I would call it the Great Plain.
I like that. I like when you see a little crease there.
Yeah, or like sometimes like when people are really fit, there's like a ghost of a line there, even when they're like standing up.
Yeah.
I'm just like, dang.
I want, okay, elbow, stupid. It's your arm hinge. I want to call it your grabbing brackets.
Grabbing
brackets.
Your grabbing hinges.
Yeah.
Is a bracket a hinge? No, bracket's not a hinge.
I don't know what a bracket is. Can't really picture it right now.
Okay, something adult I wish I'd learned was whether or not something was a bracket.
Brackets are this, right?
Yeah. So, so your hand hinges. Those are your wrists. Your hand hinges.
Hand hinges, nice. Nice.
It's almost as good as tummy hole.
Yeah, almost, man.
The Cave of Wonders.
Ooh, I like that one.
Wonders
That's what
are
I
lit.
call my.
Go on.
No.
You're what?
I'm not gonna say it. You guys got mad at me for this. I don't want to hear what you're gonna say when I say that. I'm not saying it.
Aww.
Come on, Tran.
Fine. My anus. There you go. My anal cavity.
Thank you for that vulnerable moment.
Thanks for sharing.
Thanks for sharing that. That was really brave.
Thank you. It was. I'm getting flustered.
That's so funny.
I feel like with this new sofa, we're kind of like The View, or it is like a midday talk show because these vibes are just so chill.
Yeah.
How do you
Straight
feel about
vibing.
Well, Ange, did you want to actually say something?
She's trying to get out of it.
No,
Ange's like, I think we're done. Let's wrap it up.
I think I'd want to call like, I don't know, like your forehead. It's a pretty disgusting name. I'd go with like.
Cranial Wann.
Yeah, the lawn. The lawn is good.
The lawn.
The front lawn.
And when someone won't get out, and when you keep thinking about somebody, you're like, they won't get off my lawn.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, I like that.
Go.
That's you.
Go.
What?
That's you.
Come on, son.
My card?
That's you, Mr. Gunn.
Me? My
Yeah.
torn?
Come on, Mr. Gun Anus. Sorry.
Miss Frizzle loans you the magic school bus for a day. How are you gonna abuse this power?
Wow.
How are you gonna abuse this
Wow.
power?
So how does she usually use it? Shrinking, right?
Shrinking,
Yeah, I think shrinking
space.
can go anywhere
Okay.
you
You
want.
can just sort of do whatever.
You can go
Okay.
anywhere.
If you can go back in time, I'd probably hit Hitler with a bus. You know, the American dream. So like through the beer hole.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm always so scared of like butterfly effect stuff, so I'm not sure I would do that.
Yeah.
But no wrong answers.
That's true.
No wrong
If we
answers.
go back in time, I'm shooting Ronald Reagan again.
Again!
Jodie Foster will finally like you.
There's someone, and then you run into me too.
You know, actually, changing my answer. I want to go, if it's safer than like all that other BS that we saw recently in the news, I would want to drive that bus straight into Poseidon's domain, into the ocean, and learn more about deep sea fangly fishes while being very safe.
That would be amazing to explore
Yeah.
the oceans.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
Because it'd be safe and not like the...
Yes.
we got.
Yeah.
No limitations,
Yes.
deep sea exploration. That'd be pretty
That'd be
freaking
awesome.
cool.
No limitations, deep sea explorations.
Wait,
Dude, what the hell?
say that
man?
again. Someone remix it.
Didn't the Magic School Bus shrink everybody? Like, not like to be inside a body, but like, I would love to be shrinked and be like this tall and just experience life for a day and have someone help me around.
So you want to be a Barbie?
Kinda, yeah. And like eat food that's so much bigger than me, sit on a donut.
You want to be like cared for. Sit on a donut.
You know, like sit on a donut,
Like,
but
sit
I
on
don't
it,
have hemorrhoids.
like,
Sit on a donut.
Like sit on it and lay on a pizza, but you don't eat me on it.
Oh.
Eat food that's bigger than me. Sit on the donut.
Like sit in a martini glass.
Oh.
Sit in some
You
tar.
pose in lots of places. You want a photo shoot.
I want to vibe. I want to be tiny and vibe.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm into that too.
And marshmallows are so big.
Yes. They're really soft and cushy.
Wait, you
Yeah.
could ride on a Hot Wheels. That'd be
And
sick.
my cat can take me around. I can ride my cat.
Oh man, that sounds a lot of fun.
Yeah,
That's good.
I'm gonna take this car and I'm gonna go pick up John Benet Ramsey before she gets killed.
Oh.
Not Princess Diana.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, come. No, I'm kidding.
And she joins the school. That was. Yeah.
I like that.
I'm trying to think of more.
Imagine what the world would be if Miss Frizzle and I went into that tunnel and stopped Princess Diana from being killed. What would the world be like?
Very different.
She was a very like model citizen, you know. She was making really positive impacts in a lot of sweet ways. I don't know.
I think crime would be solved.
I
Yeah.
think probably crime solved, yeah.
Yeah.
Dodi Al-Fayed would be there too and be like, thanks for saving me. And you're like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
But no, I want marshmallows that are so big.
I would go back in time and I would hit whoever invented LED headlights with the bus.
Oh my God, yes.
Hit them with the bus. Imagine how big, like a big olive.
That's like, you could kind of hide in there. You could have a little like...
Big olive.
Big olive is big.
And you
Just
go,
bite it.
I also, Trevor, as someone who also wanted to hit someone with a bus, you know, like when you're trying to cross as a kid and they'd like have that like bar come out? Like,
Here they had a
the
stop
stop
sign.
sign.
the stop
Sign,
sign, the
yeah,
stop
yeah,
sign
yeah.
and the bar. So at least
remember
growing
the
up, they
bar.
would have like the bar so you don't walk too close in front of the bus so the bus driver can see you over the thing.
Oh.
Okay.
So I would take that bar and I think we should probably team up and start like spearing them.
Yeah.
So someone will just be like, oh, is that the Hitler that just got speared? Oh,
Yeah, because Hitler and the guy who invented the LED lights,
equal
same
bad.
generation.
Yeah.
I love this manslaughter talk. I really do.
You know what? Pol Pot, let's spear him.
What would you do with the magic school bus? I'd kill a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Vehicular.
Done.
2 words, vehicular manslaughter.
Wait, you basically just made this Death Note, but with Miss Frizzle's bus. It's just like, I'm gonna make the world in my own image.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That.
Have
great.
boiled peas, and they're so big, each one in my hand.
Now, question.
You are.
We're changing size now, though, because you're talking about like the olive. Are the peas like this big, or are they like you bouncing on them?
Oh, peas? No, because the olives is gonna be like this big.
She knows
in
how
my
big she is in
hands,
relation.
And
Yeah,
the peas
well,
will be
that's what I
like
wanna
this,
know.
and
Yeah.
I'll hold them.
So you're like 1% your size?
I'm like this.
Is that okay? You're
And
that
the
tall.
olive is like
You're that
this, and
tall?
then
So you're
like
not holding
this.
an olive like.
I'm trying to figure out how much smaller that is than you. That's like 10.
That's like my
one,
foot.
1
like
to 10, right?
Smaller than my foot. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Or
yeah.
120 maybe.
Cheese.
Yeah.
Cheese.
Oh yeah, you can tunnel through
I'm gonna
it.
tunnel some cheese. I'm gonna run around like Jerry on the table in the night. I want to be Jerry.
You can
in the
slide down
night,
ice
in the
cream
night.
sundaes like a little slide.
Oh yeah.
I would shrink really
Right.
small and I would go on a computer. Look at all the tech. There would be some good tech in there.
Yes.
Bro, it looks like a little highway, but it's just tech.
Oh my god.
Bro, and I could probably see the electricity because I'm so small.
Yep.
And it would look like little
Just
cars
tech.
cruising
I
on
want
the
to be
highway.
small, guys. Can we
Yeah.
please be small?
Yeah, you're this small. I'm that
That's small.
I'm in the tech.
Yeah, that's dangerous. Because if you're that small, like, because I'm thinking like I want to open a can of Chef Boyardee spaghetti and
Yeah.
stand in it
See,
and
no,
be like
what are you
this.
doing? I'm sorry,
What are
But
you
sitting in
putting
a
your feet
tar
in
pit
there
was
for?
too
I want to
much
get in.
when you're standing in
and it's
spaghetti.
mine.
Why are
Could
you
you
putting your feet in
imagine-
the spaghetti?
Because it's mine.
Could you imagine being in a small bus and driving in 5G?
Okay.
Be like,
Get out of here.
whoa.
Yo, do you guys think Miss Frizzle's bus has a gun on it?
Oh my god. Yes, for
There's a
sure
gun
has
on
a
it.
turret
You know what?
that comes
Yes.
out.
I'm taking Miss Frizzle's gun.
Oh my
Reach
god.
for Miss Frizzle's gun.
The bus can turn into a
All
gun.
right, class.
Oh, my turn. All right. Oh my gosh.
I did want
No,
to hop in
guys.
real quick and combine your two answers. I like your food thing. I like how small you are.
Yeah.
Guys, we have to get back America's favorite food for the kids. We got to go in and remove all the lead molecules from Lunchables so they're safe again.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
You know,
chili
while we're at it, we'll remove all the
electrolytes.
microplastics from the earth.
We could do it because I have the materials.
Wait, you got the tech?
With my tech.
We got to invent the lead vacuum for little tiny
Wow.
guys.
Oh, we're like Osmosis Jones.
Yeah.
We're taking the lead out of cheese.
Yeah.
That's also a good phrase where it's like, yeah, you guys kind of took the lead out of my cheese there. I had this whole thing planned and
Wow.
I couldn't see.
Take macaroni noodles, put each on my fingers.
Oh,
They would be huge.
you could put one around each hand.
They would be huge.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we're going serious now.
Okay.
What piece of life advice are you sure as shit not listening to?
I'm sure as shit not listening to this advice.
Yeah, like no thank you.
Oh, I thought you were leading into it.
No.
I was like, damn, say it.
I didn't have
Got
something.
it.
Better version of the question. What's some of the most crappy, annoying advice that you've ever heard? Or advice that you just don't agree with?
I think the whole work harder, hustle, type mentality like actually doesn't produce the results that you, I mean, maybe for like short-term bursts, but like it's not sustainable. And people talk about it like you just got to go and you got to go forever and you got to go super hard. But it's like you gotta have
harder, not
balance.
smarter.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sort of on the other end of that a little bit because I've been in this space lately where I've been just my days have been really, really packed. And like people who do legit care about me have been like, hey, you gotta take breaks, like take time for yourself. But like, I don't wanna say no to cool opportunities and I kinda wanna make hay while the sun shines. So I think like that kind of advice, I agree, like don't hustle all the time, whatever, and that's not sustainable. But like, you gotta find a balance. It's more about like, not like take breaks, take time off. It's like, find balance, take care of yourself. It's okay to say no to one thing.
Yeah.
And also it's okay to work really hard for an extended period of time, knowing full well that like this opportunity might not come around again.
Yeah, I'd say as long as you don't plan on doing that for the rest of your life like that.
No,
you know?
But I also just remember like, right now it's cooler stuff, but I remember like back in the day, even pre-Smosh, like I was broke as a joke and working my butt off and people would be like, you gotta take time for you. And I'm like, how? Like when? How? Like I have to make rent. Like people always have a good mindset about it, but I think there just has to be an adjustment that is like, I care about you, but also I understand that you have to do what you got to do. You know?
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of lame, bad advice in my day, and like there definitely was the era of like, if you're not getting a job, like you need to try harder to get a job and apply, and if you don't hear from them, you walk in, and like that kind of doesn't really work anymore. We're in like a lot more like of an antisocial like job market, I feel like, and if you're being invasive like that, it's almost like a put off of like, but I mean, I've been at the same job for 9 years, so how can I even look at that advice, Yeah.
I think like Angie, I've talked about this a little bit, but like growing up in like kind of a more like conservative Christian like realm, like not moving in with someone until you're married.
Yeah.
I think that's insane.
Yeah.
Like after living with my partner now, which I've loved and has been amazing, but like if it had been bad and like I didn't know, or if there were things that like I just couldn't get past, like you want to know those things or like get on the same page about things before you're, that deep in, I guess.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Smart.
I feel like there's a lot of advice that older people give that kind of imply that relationships are about the length of time that you are together and not about the quality. Just like push through, or like, me and your grandma were together for 40 years and we had lots of hard times, and and it's like
Never happy once.
never happy once. That's what marriage is about.
Yeah.
And I feel
We were
like,
unhappy for 39 years in those 40 years.
yeah, and you can't even be married for one without or whatever,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
it feels like it's not, the values are just so different from what I see a relationship to have value for.
No, that's so huge. I think the one advice that I've heard is like, well, like marriage is hard work and relationships, they fizzle out and it's not all rainbows and happy sunshine after a while. And like, I don't think that that's true. I think if you are putting in the like effort and being present and stuff, like relationships don't fizzle and die out in terms of like excitement and new experiences or fun or like it doesn't I've not experienced that.
I think there's a level of playfulness that if you keep that up in a relationship, the relationship doesn't feel like it's just like a chore, which is kind of what some people make it sound like it's supposed to be. Oh, at some point it's supposed to be a chore, essentially.
Yeah, and it's not the case.
Yeah.
I remember like I was in a relationship once that like on paper everything was like how it was supposed to be. It was like, we both got good jobs and like, she her family likes me and everyone's really nice, and but like there wasn't that level of playfulness to keep things going. It was just like how everything was supposed to be. Like it was very like the classic, like, well, you meet someone and you work and you're done forever. And it's like, I think our generation, I can only speak from my own experience, but I would imagine our generation knows that feeling is a little bit different when we feel that, and knows to look at other aspects of like, oh, maybe I don't have to do things this way now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is crazy because like my mom at my age, had at least 3 kids and was in a completely different place from me. And it's just crazy to think about like everything is different in that sense. Like all advice has kind of become different.
I feel like I was taught that, I don't know where I learned it because it wasn't my parents, but at some point I picked up on the idea that the only way to be happy in life, like your main goal should be to have a relationship, just to have a relationship. Like not even about the quality of it, not about like growing on your own and learning how to be an individual. It's like you must find a partner.
Yeah.
My parents didn't teach me that, but I just thought that's the way you were supposed to be for some reason.
Yeah.
You and I were talking before this. I haven't like dated in like a while, and I'm like kind of the most okay with myself I've ever been. Just because I'm like, okay, I'm forced to be with myself. But like, even if it's not direct advice, I feel like the way things are fed to us through like programming of various things or just what we see with people in general, you kind of learn to glean your own value from another person and how they are treating you and how interested they are in you or people are in you. And so like, yeah, I think it may not be direct advice, but putting that away and being like, do I like myself? What would make me like myself more? Like, that's the most useful thing.
I also feel like in like art school, like in the arts programs and like they always like were telling us like, wait till you're ready to like make something and like wait and like learn a lot and watch people do it. And I feel like so much of the time, I feel like people who do crazy and groundbreaking stuff do something before they're ready. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's like you can't be afraid of failing. You can't be afraid of not doing it perfect. In fact, you have to do a bunch of iterations many times.
Yeah, and what is ready? You
Exactly.
know what I mean? Like just kind of just doing something to just get contact with the ball and be like, oh, this is what it's like. And before you're like,
Nike was right.
Nike was right.
Just do it, bro.
Just do it. Is it in you?
What would be the coolest food to be small in or around?
Let's go.
Let's go.
I've been waiting for this one. Let's go.
Mashed potatoes. Like real around.
I feel like a Pringle would be so sick to just like chill on. It's nice. It's like lounge material.
And lick it and lick the flavor.
I would find the best Dorito with the most spice, and I would just go to town on it. Just like lick it dry. Just lick it. Every spice. All those spices would be so
I'm going
Down on it.
Just that MSG.
Could you imagine you're like eating Doritos and you're like, bro, am I high or is there a little guy licking me?
Now that you've seen me,
Garlic bread.
Oh my God.
Garlic bread.
Garlic bread,
Take a bite, slam my head against it.
You know what? I feel like a Twizzler with the hollow inside. I'd be like sliding down it and shit.
Oh, you're so small.
And like maybe I'm able to move my body and like I'm moving the whole damn thing. I'm like wiggling that Twizzler
smells
around.
so good.
It smells so delicious.
I'm thinking like I gotta have like that easy cheese. Like you know in a Goofy movie how like Pauly Shore's character is like, what's up, buddy?
Yeah,
and sprays that mountain of cheese.
Yeah.
Big tower of cheese. I would want that. I'd be like sitting there as a little guy and I'd just be like, hum, num, num, more! And then someone would be like, are you sure? I'm like, I'll tell you when I've had enough, more!
Powerful smell.
It's like infinite cheese.
Or to like stand in the middle of broccolini like it's a forest.
Yes.
Like it's a forest and be like,
Oh my gosh.
I want to go inside a gusher. Yeah, I'd like to be tiny inside a gun.
I want to be shot with a gun.
I would want to be like in an entire like roast critter of some kind, like it's a big old like cookout, and then I'd be able to go into the brain and like ratatouille it and like make everyone freak out.
Oh my God. That's
what if you were like swimming in a pickle jar?
Oh my God, literally so good. Literally so good. You're the size of the pickle.
You're like,
and you're in it. It's so cool and refreshing. And you take a bite. And it's
That vinegar scent would be so strong.
It would never come off of your
or
body.
like sitting on an ice cube and sliding down.
No way. It's cold.
You would. Oh my God! Imagine melting a little butt imprint on an ice cube.
Sitting on butter.
That sounds like hell.
What about flan trampoline?
Oh, that's good. Yeah, you know that top layer would not break. It'd be
Yeah.
perfect.
Or like, what about taking a nap and scrambled eggs?
Oh, see that you lost me there.
It's like fluffy.
Yeah.
It would be fluffy.
Do you know like the for Nigerian food with like the fufu bread, like,
Yes.
that, like you slap it, and I'm like,
Yes.
I want to know what kind of noise it makes if I like run at it and just like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I want to be able to run full force and just launch my body into like Jello, yeah.
Yes, and it'll be like in the game Croc, where you jump on those Jello molds and you fly up.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to roll myself in a pancake,
That
like a
one.
sleep bag.
Oh, get a jelly donut and just slide it in and pull myself in, and then I'm in, and my head.
Get in a jelly donut and pull myself in.
This is my best
Your
favorite
head is
thing.
poking out.
And like this.
I'm smelling it.
Oh, like slide. Wait, let's do more.
I would want to do like a crepe similar to your pancake, but then I would like wear it around like I'm some kind of regal
cape.
prince. Like it's a crepe
Yeah.
cake.
Crepe
And
cake.
it's like, yes, I'd look at people and be like,
Okay,
no,
okay,
yes.
those crisscross fries, lay on it like a raft.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, that's
Tan.
nice.
Those would taste better when you're small too. For some reason, it would just the texture would be so.
Would you be able to get the breading, like the fry stuff and the potato, or would you like?
It'd be a big bite, but
It'd
you
be a
could get
big
both
bite,
in one
okay.
mouthful.
I'd love to jump into whipped cream.
Yeah.
Oh, but it'd be
Yeah.
so sticky.
Yeah.
See, there's things that I'm like,
Jump
no.
into it.
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're gonna go in a jelly donut, but you won't go in whipped cream.
You know what?
There's probably more sugar in the jelly
Sustained.
donut.
I agree.
We got a whipped cream hater over here. Jelly donut.
Oh my god,
matching.
what if you like wore big boots and you just like walked through Pico de Gallo?
Like
Don't be like you're mashing, like you're making wine.
Yeah.
Oh.
you just turn it into salsa.
And
Yeah.
Dampen it.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh man.
No.
What if you lay down face first in pudding, like you're just floating in the pool, pretending you're dead, but then you just try to cough like and just
Oh my
see like
gosh.
how big of a bubble you can get going?
Oh my gosh, a Taco Bell bean and cheese burrito. Just slide it in and be in there, and then smell it and lick it and bite it.
You know what sucks? This is someone's fetish, and they've had 20 minutes of this from us.
Dude, what if I had a tiny gun?
I feel like I learned so much about you guys.
Too. I love the idea of being inside a hollow taco shell.
And going,
Yeah, and you can go, ah! You hear it echo throughout the taco shell. Ah! Ah!
like knocking on it like it's a door and be like, let me out.
There's an
Yeah, and you
opening
could
on either
like,
side, and that's the joke.
Yeah.
you could kind of roll it. You could walk through, and you could like, it'll sit upright, and then it'll fall down the other way.
And then
that's
cut
scary.
a cherry tomato in half and wear one half as a hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sit on the other half
And
like
sit
a
on the other
bowl.
side and smell it
I feel like
and eat it.
you could like, if you timed it right, you could jump through a clementine, like through the like little navel part and like the little pop out end
so
part. Like,
small.
Yeah.
it's like,
You okay?
Oh, you have to be small, but you can get through it.
Spence literally said, all right, we're good. And we completely ignored him. It's not even as a joke. We literally are just like, no, we're going to keep going.
All right, so let's go back to the taco shell.
Spooning in a hot dog and in the hot dog wiener, and you're spooning the hot dog, your big spoon, and they're in there.
I want to hold on to a hot dog, and someone is wiggling it while I'm just holding on.
like a red bean bun dumpling.
Dude, and I have the tag. And I have the tag and a gun.
God. Oh my god.
I wanna sit. No.
I use a Capri Sun as a waterbed.
Nice.
Joust.
Yeah.
Joust with the straw.
Joust with the straw.
Oh, that's good.
I'm
Turn the lights off, I dare you.
But there's a taco shell.
Lock the
and you're
doors.
in it.
Yeah.
I want to be 300 burgers, 300 fries, 300
Soy sauce package.
Okay.
Other foods,
Grapes. Grapes. There's a lot of potential there.
Pomegranates.
We're done.
Trevor, we're kidding, bro.
No more small foods. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. If there are any other games that you want us to play, any other questions that you want us to ask next time we play, let us know. Until then,
A
bye.
bagel bite, and now the bagel bite is this big
Dude,
to me.
that'll be
and
so
I'm
good.
holding the bagel bite.
Anytime with a bagel.